Let's be honest. Family life isn't always the picture-perfect image we see online. It's messy, it's chaotic, and sometimes it's downright difficult. It's the frantic morning search for missing shoes when you're already 10 minutes late. It's the battle over screen time that feels like negotiating a high-stakes treaty. It's the slammed doors, the sharp words, the heavy silence that can fill a room after a disagreement. Conflict happens in every family. It's a universal truth, from toddler tantrums to teenage rebellion, from disagreements with your partner about chores to navigating the complexities of co-parenting. These moments of friction are inevitable, but here's the secret that happy families learn. What we do next matters most. What if these frustrating, stressful moments weren't just something to survive? What if they were actually opportunities? Opportunities to understand each other better, to build resilience, and to turn a moment of conflict into a moment of connection. It sounds idealistic, but it's entirely possible. This guide is about simple, practical tools that can help you do just that. So, why does conflict feel so overwhelming? A little bit of brain science helps. When we're stressed, tired, or feel our needs aren't being met, our brain's threat detection system, the amygdala, kicks into high gear. We enter fight, flight, or freeze mode. Logic and empathy go offline. It's not a character flaw, it's biology. Think of your attention and emotional capacity like a Wi-Fi signal. When you're well rested and calm, you have 5 bars. You can handle requests, listen patiently, and connect easily. But after a long day at work, when you're hungry and the house is a mess, your signal might be down to 1 flickering bar. A small request can feel like a massive download that crashes the whole system. That's when the glitches happen, the short tempers, the misunderstandings, the arguments. The key isn't to never have a weak signal, but to recognize it and know what to do when it happens. This brings us to our first and arguably most important skill. Pause and breathe. Before you react, before you try to solve the problem, you must regulate yourself first. You can't pour from an empty cup, and you can't calm a storm when you're a hurricane yourself. This single step can change the entire trajectory of a conflict. It doesn't have to be a big dramatic production. It can be a silent internal choice. A simple, powerful tool is to give yourself permission to pause. Try this line, either out loud or in your head. I'm pausing for a minute so I can listen well. This isn't avoidance, it's preparation. It signals to your family and to yourself that you're taking this seriously and want to respond, not just react. These small signals help, like turning the heat down, literally and figuratively. When you feel your internal temperature rising, consciously turn down the dial. A simple breathing exercise can work wonders. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 2, and exhale for 6. This tells your nervous system that you are safe and it brings your logical brain back online. Once you've paused and regulated yourself, you can move to principle 2. Listen to understand, not to reply. So often in arguments, we're just waiting for our turn to talk, to defend our position, to prove our point. True listening is a different skill. It's about stepping into the other person's world for a moment. The goal is to validate their feelings, even if you don't agree with their actions. Let's see it in action. The kids are fighting over the game console. Instead of jumping in with a verdict, a listening parent might say, "Okay, I see 2 very frustrated people. Let me try to understand." Then, turning to one child, "You wanted the controller and you felt ignored when your brother wouldn't share. Did I get that right?" The child, feeling heard, might say, "Yeah, he always does this." The parent reflects back, "It feels unfair to you." Now the teen who just broke curfew, instead of a lecture, try, "You're home late, and I was worried. But before we talk about that, you look upset. What's going on?" Validating the feeling. "You seem frustrated. That sounds disappointing. I can see why you're angry," is like emotional first aid. It lowers defenses and opens the door to actual problem solving. Now that you're calm and you've listened, it's time to speak. This is principle 3. Use calm words and I statements. This is a game changer. You statements sound like accusations and put people on the defensive. "You never help with the dishes." "You're always late." "You made me angry." They are conversational fire starters. I statements, on the other hand, are about owning your own feelings and needs without blame. Let's rephrase. Instead of, "You're so irresponsible for being late," try, "I feel worried when curfew slips. I need you to text me if you're going to be late so I know you're safe." See the difference? The focus shifts from their failure to your feeling and your need. This works for co-parents too. Instead of, "You left me with all the cleanup again," try, "I feel overwhelmed and exhausted after work. I need us to recheck the chore list to make it feel more balanced." This invites collaboration, not combat. A great response could be, "I hear you, I can swap dishes for bedtime duty tonight if that helps." It's about stating your reality and inviting a solution. But what if things are just too heated? What if even with these tools you feel yourself or your family member escalating? That's when you use Principle 4. Agree on a timeout and a return time. This is not a punishment. It is a safety strategy for the relationship. The key is the return time. A timeout without a plan to reconnect feels like abandonment. The right way sounds like this. We're both too heated to solve this right now. Let's take 10 minutes to cool down, and then meet back in the kitchen at 6:15 to talk. The door stays ajar, not slammed. It's a physical symbol that says, I need space, but I am not leaving you. We are still a team. After the pause, the listening, and the cool down, it's time for Principle 5. Problem solved together. This is the we stage. You've moved from me versus you to us versus the problem. Follow a simple 3-step process. Define, brainstorm, choose. First, define the problem in a neutral way. Not you're a screen zombie, but we have a problem where two people want to use the console at the same time. Then, brainstorm solutions. No idea is a bad idea at this stage. For the console, we could use a timer, we could take turns on different days, we could find a co-op game we both like, write them all down. Finally, choose one small step to try. Not a forever solution, but an experiment. Okay, let's try this. We'll use the phone timer for 20-minute turns for the rest of the day. Can we all agree to try that? This collaborative approach gives kids ownership and teaches them a critical life skill. After the storm has passed and a solution is in place, there's one more crucial step. Repair and reconnect. This is Principle 6. Conflict creates small tears in the fabric of a relationship. Repair is the thread that stitches them back up, often making the connection even stronger. A genuine apology is a powerful repair tool. It's not just about saying, I'm sorry. A good repair acknowledges your part. For example, after an argument over homework, I'm sorry I raised my voice earlier. I was feeling stressed about the deadline, but it wasn't okay to yell. I really appreciate that you started the assignment on your own. Next time, I'll try to take a breath before we talk about schoolwork. This shows accountability and a plan for the future. And that leads us directly to Principle 7. Model what you want your kids to learn. Our children are always watching. More is caught than taught. The most effective way to teach them emotional regulation is to practice it yourself, out loud. Narrate your calm down process. When you feel yourself getting frustrated, you can say, whoa, I'm feeling my anger go from a 2 to a 6. I'm going to take 3 deep breaths so I can think clearly. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we can talk about this kindly. You are literally giving them the script for how to handle big feelings, a script they will use for the rest of their lives. Finally, Principle 8, know when to seek help. These tools are powerful, but they aren't a magic wand. If conflicts consistently escalate, if there is fear involved, if one person consistently stonewalls or refuses to engage in repair, or if the same painful arguments happen over and over without resolution, it's a sign that you might need more support. There is incredible strength in asking for help. It's a sign of deep commitment to your family's well-being. Reach out to a family therapist, a school counselor, your pediatrician, or a trusted local support service. A neutral third party can provide new perspectives and tools tailored to your family's specific needs. Let's close with this thought. Building a happy family isn't about eliminating conflict, it's about transforming it. Every day we are faced with small choices, the choice to pause instead of pouncing, the choice to listen instead of lecture, the choice to speak kindly instead of critically, the choice to repair after a rupture. These small, calm choices, practiced over and over, are what prevent lasting damage. They are what build the deep, resilient trust that holds a family together. It's not about perfection, it's about practice. You've got this. Let's try again, together.